Have you ever walked into a place you've never been before, yet every detail feels strangely familiar? A scent, a phrase, a fleeting moment, all of it triggering an unshakable certainty that you've lived this exact experience before. It's called déjà vu, but what if it's more than just a neurological glitch? What if it's a glimpse into something far greater, something beyond the boundaries of time and memory? Most people dismiss déjà vu as a simple misfire of the brain, a fleeting anomaly in perception. But what if this feeling is not an illusion, but a revelation, a keyhole view into the deeper structure of reality itself? Is it possible that déjà vu is not just a trick of the mind, but a sign that time is not as linear as we believe, that the past, present, and future are not separate, but interconnected in ways we are only beginning to comprehend? Some say déjà vu is a moment of timeline convergence, a brief intersection where different versions of yourself align across parallel realities. Others believe it is the resurfacing of a past life memory, a subconscious echo from another existence. And then there are those who argue that déjà vu is proof that your life is following a predetermined path, one you have already lived, over and over again. So what's the truth? Could it be that we are not experiencing reality in a straight line, but rather moving through a multidimensional existence where past, present, and future coexist? Neuroscientists often explain déjà vu as a misfiring of the brain, a brief mix-up in the memory centers of the hippocampus. According to this theory, the brain mistakenly perceives an entirely new experience as something from the past due to a split-second delay in processing information. In other words, your brain registers an event twice, once in real time and then again just milliseconds later, creating the illusion that you've already lived this moment before. It's a logical explanation, grounded in our understanding of cognitive function. But is it truly sufficient? Can a mere delay in neural processing account for the depth of the experience? If déjà vu were just a memory malfunction, why does it sometimes come with an intense emotional charge, a deep-rooted certainty that you know what is about to happen next? If this phenomenon were merely a glitch, why does it sometimes spark profound feelings of recognition, an inner knowing that seems to transcend logic? Yet even science cannot fully explain the intensity of déjà vu, that overwhelming sense of knowing, the deep emotional weight it carries, as if something within you recognizes a pattern hidden beneath reality itself. This is where the conventional explanation begins to fall short. Déjà vu is not simply about mistaken familiarity. It often arrives with a feeling, a visceral sensation that cannot easily be dismissed. Some report that it feels like stepping momentarily outside of time, as if reality has momentarily folded in on itself. Others describe it as a brief but undeniable awareness that they are exactly where they are meant to be, as if something greater is at play. Could it be that déjà vu is more than just an internal cognitive error? Could it be a clue, one that points toward a deeper, more complex nature of reality itself? Consider this: if déjà vu were simply a neurological glitch, why do so many people report having it in key moments of their lives? Why does it often come with a strong feeling of significance, as if it were more than a random error but a signpost, a nudge from the universe? It often happens during major life changes, at crossroads where decisions carry weight, or in moments where synchronicities seem to align. It's rarely a fleeting anomaly, it's something that lingers in the mind, something that demands attention. Could it be that déjà vu is not an accident at all, but rather a signal, one designed to awaken you, to make you pause, to consider the possibility that you are walking a path already laid out before you? If déjà vu were simply an illusion, why does it sometimes foreshadow real-life events, giving people an eerie sense of precognition? What if, instead of dismissing it as an error, we started seeing it as a message? Researchers have found that déjà vu is most commonly reported by people with high levels of intuition and creativity, those whose minds naturally operate outside of rigid, linear thinking. These are the individuals who see connections where others see randomness, who feel guided by an unseen force, who trust their instincts without requiring external validation. Could it be that certain individuals are more attuned to the deeper layers of reality, that their consciousness is picking up on patterns that others miss? Perhaps déjà vu is not a glitch in the system, but a glimpse beyond the veil. A moment where intuition overrides logic, where subconscious awareness momentarily bubbles to the surface. If this is the case, then déjà vu is not an accident but a skill, one that can be sharpened, cultivated, and understood as a tool for greater awareness. Perhaps those who experience déjà vu more frequently are simply more receptive to the fluid, nonlinear nature of reality, allowing them to access hidden dimensions of time and memory that others overlook. Some physicists have even entertained the idea that déjà vu is connected to quantum mechanics. The many worlds interpretation suggests that there are countless parallel versions of you, all making slightly different choices, all existing simultaneously in a vast field of possibility. In this model, every decision, every action, every divergence creates a new timeline, a new version of reality running parallel to all the others. If this is true, then déjà vu could be a moment of synchronization, where two or more timelines momentarily overlap. This would explain why déjà vu often feels uncanny, why it carries an unshakable sense of recognition, as if, for just a moment, you are experiencing the merging of multiple realities at once. What if déjà vu occurs when the boundaries between these timelines blur, allowing you to momentarily perceive an alternate version of yourself who has already lived this moment? What if, in that instant, your consciousness is aligning with another iteration of your existence, one where this event has already taken place? What if the version of you in another timeline has already experienced this moment, and you are simply catching up? Beyond the scientific perspective, there is another theory, one that has existed for thousands of years, woven into the very fabric of mystical and spiritual traditions across cultures. Many ancient belief systems hold that déjà vu is not merely a trick of the brain, but something far more profound, a resurfacing of a past life memory, a fleeting glimpse into experiences you have already lived, yet have long forgotten. Unlike the neurological explanation, which reduces déjà vu to a mere cognitive hiccup, this perspective suggests that these moments are not accidents, but rather reminders, brief flashes of recognition from a soul that has traversed multiple lifetimes. If true, this would mean that déjà vu is not just a momentary illusion, but a message, a sign that your past, present, and future are more intricately connected than you realize. Plato, the great philosopher, believed that all knowledge is remembrance. He argued that learning is not the acquisition of new information, but the recollection of wisdom that the soul already possesses. According to his teachings, our souls contain the accumulated knowledge of past lives, yet upon entering a new body, we experience lethe, the river of forgetfulness, causing us to lose touch with that deeper knowing. But in certain moments, the veil lifts. Something triggers an old memory, an experience, a place, a conversation, and suddenly, we remember something we have never consciously known. In this view, déjà vu is not just a passing sensation, it is a crack in the illusion of time, a moment where the amnesia of incarnation weakens, allowing fragments of past wisdom to rise to the surface. Could it be that déjà vu is not a coincidence, but an invitation, one that urges us to pay closer attention to the hidden layers of our own existence? Eastern traditions echo this belief, though with their own interpretation. In Hinduism and Buddhism, déjà vu is often seen as a direct sign of reincarnation, a brief but significant memory of a soul's past journey through the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Many spiritual teachers believe that when you experience déjà vu, you are encountering an event, a lesson, or even a soul connection that you have encountered before in a different incarnation. But why? One interpretation is that déjà vu occurs when you are revisiting a lesson you did not fully learn in a previous life. An unresolved thread of karma pulling you back to a similar situation, giving you another chance to recognize, understand, and resolve it. In this sense, déjà vu is not just a passive occurrence, it is a checkpoint, an opportunity for growth. The question is, are we listening to what it is trying to tell us? Could it be that these moments, instead of being brushed aside, should be explored, examined, and used as a guide for deeper self-awareness? Consider the case of Dr. Ian Stevenson, a psychiatrist and researcher who spent decades studying reincarnation, meticulously documenting thousands of cases of children recalling past lives with astonishing accuracy. His work revealed patterns, specific memories, names, locations, and events that these children could not have possibly known, yet were later verified as real. In many of these cases, the children described sensations that eerily mirrored the experience of déjà vu, an instant recognition of places, people, and experiences that they knew, yet had never encountered in their current life. Could it be that déjà vu is a brief subconscious recall of similar memories? Are these fragments surfacing from another existence, breaking through the boundaries of time and memory, if only for a fleeting moment? If so, what does that say about our true nature? And what if déjà vu happens when you cross paths with a place or a person tied to your past life? That instant connection you feel with someone you've just met, the inexplicable sense of familiarity, the certainty that you already know them despite no logical explanation. Could it be more than mere chance? Could it be remembrance? Many people have experienced this phenomenon, describing relationships that feel as if they have existed far longer than a single lifetime. Some recall places that evoke emotions too powerful to be random, as if they had walked those streets, lived in those homes, stood beneath those skies before. Could déjà vu in these moments be a whisper from the past, a confirmation that souls do in fact find each other across lifetimes, that what we call coincidence is simply a veil, barely concealing the deeper connections that transcend time? How to use déjà vu as a tool for conscious awakening. If déjà vu is more than just a fleeting anomaly of the brain, if it is, in fact, a window into something deeper, then how can we use it as a tool for greater self-awareness and spiritual awakening? What if, instead of brushing these moments aside, we treated them as signposts, clues left by our higher consciousness to guide us towards something significant? Pay attention to the feeling. The next time you experience déjà vu, resist the temptation to dismiss it as mere coincidence. Instead, pause. Bring your awareness fully into the present moment. Observe your surroundings with heightened clarity. Where are you? Who is with you? What were you thinking or feeling just before the sensation hit? Most importantly, ask yourself, what decision am I about to make? Many people report experiencing déjà vu at crossroads in their lives, before major choices, encounters, or shifts in direction. What if your déjà vu is a sign that this moment holds greater significance than you realize, that it is an echo of a path you have walked before, urging you to either realign with it or break free from it? Tune into your intuition. There is often a subtle knowing that accompanies déjà vu, a feeling that you recognize something yet cannot explain why. This deep intuitive sensation should not be ignored. It may be your inner wisdom attempting to break through the noise of everyday consciousness, urging you toward a particular path, or warning you against a mistake. The next time déjà vu strikes, ask yourself, what is my intuition telling me in this moment? Often we dismiss intuitive nudges, because they lack logical explanation, but déjà vu provides a rare opportunity where intuition is paired with a strong emotional imprint. Trust it. There is a reason you are feeling what you are feeling. Look for patterns. If déjà vu occurs repeatedly in certain situations, pay close attention. Is there a common thread? Does it happen in specific locations, around particular people, during moments of emotional intensity? These recurring experiences may not be random. They may be trying to reveal a deeper pattern within your life. Perhaps they indicate unresolved lessons, karmic cycles, or even unfinished business from past lives. Keep a journal where you record each instance of déjà vu, noting the emotions, thoughts, and external circumstances surrounding it. Over time, you may begin to see connections that were previously invisible. Meditate on the experience. Some déjà vu moments fade quickly, while others linger in the mind, refusing to be forgotten. When this happens, it is an invitation to go deeper. Instead of letting the memory drift away, sit with it. Enter a meditative state and bring the déjà vu experience into focus. Ask yourself, why does this feel familiar? Is this a memory from another time, another existence? Is this a lesson I am encountering again? The answers may not always come immediately, but if you allow yourself to explore the sensation without resistance, insights often surface in unexpected ways. Meditation can serve as a bridge between conscious awareness and the subconscious, helping you unravel the deeper significance of your déjà vu experiences. Consider past life exploration. If you feel an unshakable sense that your déjà vu is tied to something beyond this lifetime, exploring past life regression techniques may offer further clarity. Many who undergo deep hypnosis or guided meditation sessions report recovering memories that align eerily with their déjà vu experiences. Could it be that you are encountering places, people, or events that your soul has known before? If so, these moments of recognition may be more than just random occurrences. They may be invitations to remember who you were, and in doing so, gain greater insight into who you are becoming. Ultimately, déjà vu is more than just a peculiar brain glitch. It is a doorway to something profound. Whether it is a glimpse into a parallel timeline, a memory from a past life, or a message from your higher self, the key lies in paying attention. In those brief moments where time seems to fold in on itself, reality is giving you an opportunity to awaken. The question is, are you listening? Whether déjà vu is a fleeting glimpse into a parallel reality, the resurfacing of a past life memory, or a signal that your consciousness is realigning with a path you were always meant to walk. One thing remains certain: it is not random. These moments are invitations, subtle nudges from the unseen forces shaping your existence, calling you to wake up and pay attention. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced déjà vu in a way that felt too significant to ignore? Have you ever felt as though a moment had played out before, or that you were being guided by something unseen? Share your experience in the comments. Your story could be the sign someone else needs to confirm their own awakening. And if this message resonated with you, subscribe for more deep explorations into the mysteries of consciousness, time, and reality. Hit the like button to support content that challenges the boundaries of what we know, and turn on notifications so you never miss an opportunity to expand your awareness. Reality is speaking. The only question is, are you truly listening?